Today's gonna be a review kind of vlog. I released my first single 4 months ago now, and I wanna talk about what I did exactly to promote the single, how it went, what I did wrong, and what worked, and tell you what I'm planning to do for the next time, which is actually coming up pretty soon because I have my second single that's coming out November 4th. Okay, so the single came out early June, and I had drafted a really detailed promotion plan, and for like 3 weeks straight I worked on that release. I was filming videos and editing and writing captions and scheduling, and I had this whole big plan. And then I went into 2 months of daily posting. I had 1 weekly video on YouTube and a daily post on TikTok and Instagram. And I was completely obsessed with this plan. I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but I was consumed. I was thinking about it all the time, and probably I would have burnt out, but thankfully summer rolled around and our yearly vacation with my family rolled around, and I had to stop. I couldn't post anymore because we were somewhere where the internet wasn't great, and I could not justify using my family's data plan to upload stupid videos on TikTok. So I totally stopped, and I totally panicked. I was like, this plan, oh my God, the plan. And after a couple of days, I started to relax, and I felt so much calmer. So I almost burned out, okay. Did it pay off? Well, no. I posted for 2 months daily, and honestly, the results were not very good. I didn't have suddenly 1 million views. On TikTok, which is where it worked the best, I had between 300 and 800 views, but no comments and very few likes. 300 views is basically the minimum that you get on TikTok, especially when you're new, so that's not a great metric. On Instagram, total crickets, nothing. I mean, most of my posts, I had zero views, 0 comments, 0 engagement, nothing. Here on YouTube, I had an average of 50 views per video. My best video was my music video for Monica, my debut single. That had 179 views, which I was pretty happy about. And on Spotify, the results weren't awesome either. I had 75 streams from 31 different people, which isn't bad because, 31 people, if I put them in this room, that's a lot of people. But I couldn't help being disappointed. I mean, I knew that I was gonna start small, obviously, but I really thought that things were gonna pick up a lot quicker. In hindsight, obviously they weren't, because when you look at established artists, they've been working on their project for years. So, I wasn't gonna magically have an overnight success. But I couldn't help being disappointed. And I think my biggest disappointment was here on YouTube, because I really thought that this was gonna work. Because I had done my research, and there aren't many videos like this in this topic, on this niche. And I thought my videos were pretty good, so I thought it was gonna pick up a lot quicker, and it didn't. And maybe it's because, well, when I look at my old videos, I can tell that they're not that good. The color is off and I look kind of awkward. And the other possibility is that if nobody is making these kinds of videos, it's because nobody is interested in watching them. That's another possibility. So what was wrong with what I was doing? I thought about it a lot, and I figured out some leads as to what I was doing wrong so that I can correct it. So first of all, I let social media drive me, totally. I wasn't in control at all. I used to be scared of criticism, and I actually made a video about this, but if somebody were to comment, I hate those drums, or you look fat, or whatever, at least I would know why people don't like me. But this no engagement at all, this absence of feedback is way worse. I mean, I get in my head so bad. I'm like, maybe it's my music, maybe it's me, my personality, maybe it's my face, maybe it's my hair color. This is not why I changed it, but I get in my head, and it's exhausting. And also, this takes so much time. I mean, at one point, I was spending 2 hours a day, 7 days a week, filming videos and editing them and posting them, and then checking to see if I got views, and then rechecking and rechecking and rechecking. It was taking me so much time. One of my videos on YouTube took me 15 hours to edit, and I got 15 views, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's not good math. That's just not healthy. Another thing that I was doing wrong is that I was comparing apples to oranges. I know we've all heard the saying, comparison is the thief of joy. And also I've heard, don't compare your day one to other people's day 1,000. Sure, I mean, on paper it sounds great, but did I do it? No. I'm always comparing myself to everybody, and especially the ones that I see on TikTok or on Instagram. The ones I see are the ones that are having success, and so I'm comparing my failure to their success. So obviously I'm not measuring up, and it's not healthy. So third thing that I was doing wrong is not being consistent. I have ADHD, so it wasn't a surprise for me that I have a lot of trouble staying focused when I'm bored or when there's no engagement, when there's no reward. I need a lot of dopamine. So when I feel like I'm talking to the void, it just feels pointless and I don't want to do it. My brain says, no, we're not doing that. I mean, I was consistent for 2 months, but it was really stressful. And when I fell off the wagon, it was so hard to get back on. I mean, even now I'm not being as consistent as I should be. I'm going to work on this. I mean, this is not something new. I mean, I have to navigate this all over my life. So I know how to do it. I'm going to put routines in place and I'm going to do this. So what am I going to change going forward? First of all, big picture, I'm obviously going all in still on this music project. I'm not giving anything up, but this time my guiding light is going to be fun and useful. If it's not fun, if it's not useful, I'm just not doing it. That's it. So the first thing I've done already is start 2 new TikTok channels. One where I post acoustic videos that I make with my husband, and another where I rockify outfits. So I basically take a boring or blah outfit and I make it stage ready or rock ready. And I realized that it sounds kind of crazy to say that I'm going to counter the fact that I'm spending too much time on social media by making 2 more social media accounts. But bear with me, I'm going to explain. I need fun. If I want to stay consistent, I have to make things fun and easy. These are really creative outlets, so it's going to be fun. And also it's easy because these are things that I already do for my music project. I have to practice singing. I have to practice playing with Sébastien. I have to work on my personal style and my artist brand or whatever. And so I'm going to be doing this and making content at the same time. So I think this should work. At least I'm going to try this. My main TikTok account is staying, but I'm going to shift it more towards a kind of an advice, inspiration, older artist journey type account. I'm still trying to find the right tone because, I mean, who am I to give advice, right? But then again, I think I can share my experience with people in a way that's honest and positive. I mean, I just have to find the sweet spot where it feels natural and not like an imposter. Third thing I'm going to be doing is, well, it's more a thing I won't be doing, is copying trends. Because that's what I've been doing in the past. I didn't know how to do TikTok or do Instagram, so I just copied what other artists were doing, and it just feels fake and I feel stupid doing it. It doesn't feel authentic. I don't like it. So I'm gonna be trying to develop a voice that's more authentic. I mean, I want to be more me, but in an interesting way, I hope. Number 4, on YouTube, I'm gonna keep vlogging, but maybe a little less often. And especially, I am not gonna do any editing. I mean, a little bit, obviously, you need a little bit, but I'm not spending 15 hours anymore. Max 1 or 2 hours per video. I can't be spending all that time for videos that very few people watch. Even though the people that do watch are amazing. I really appreciate you. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and really, thank you so much for being here. Number 5 is that I'm gonna try to find some community, maybe on forums or on Facebook groups, on Reddits. I've already started to find some interesting subreddits that I can interact with, and because I need the feedback, I need connection, I think. I think this is gonna help my mental health, at least. And finally, last time I didn't have my Spotify for Artist page set up, so I couldn't do it, but this time I'm gonna pitch my new single to the Spotify curator, so maybe I'll get on a Spotify playlist. And also, as soon as it comes out, I'll be pitching it to private playlists. So I didn't do that last time. It seemed like a whole big can of worms on top of everything else I was doing, so I chose not to do it, but this time I'm gonna put a little more energy into that. So we'll see how all this goes. Lots of territory to explore and I think lots of fun. This is why I'm doing it, to have fun. So if you want to follow along and you're not subscribed, please subscribe and definitely pre-save my next single. I'm going to leave links in the description below. I'll leave you with a little teaser. I'm waiting, I'm hoping, I can't stop watching, step to the end. I'm waiting, I'm hoping.